What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the third Dark Aether Rift and how to unlock the 3 brand new schematics in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and appreciate all the support earlier on stream. It was nearly a 10-hour live stream going through all the brand new mid-season 3 content. It was a phenomenal time. Now, we did have a lot of bad luck and crashing issues with MW3 Zombies, hence why it took so long to get this video out, but I did post 4 other videos earlier this afternoon about the patch notes, classified battle pass sector, weekly challenges, and even the brand new Black Ops 2024 pre-order details. I have so many more videos on the way, definitely don't go anywhere, but with that being said, we have plenty of brand new article coverage also going up over on detonated.com for those that want to stay up to date with all things Call of Duty. Now, as a quick FYI, there is a brand new Act 4 mission that got added with today's update. The mission is known as Union, but there is a reward for beating the brand new Act mission. First off, you get this charm called the Fabulous Flames, and you're also going to get 10,000 total XP. But upon finishing the Act mission in the reward rift, make sure you guys pick up the attuned giraffe relic. You're going to need this for going ahead and unlocking the third Aether Rift later on in this video, as you're going to see. Now, the other 3 artifacts you have to grab, unlike Season 2, are actually in Urzikstan. This is a lot more in line with how the artifacts worked in Season 1. You have to find them in the big map and also upgrade them in the big map. So let's go through each of the artifacts you have to go ahead and obtain. All right, so for the first relic, which is a laptop, you want to go ahead and ensure you have a friendly dog in a merc camp. I'm going to pop a dog bone, as you will see. Where did our dog go? Did he bug out, chat? You got to be kidding. But folks, there's going to be an artifact that requires the use of a friendly dog. Obviously, don't pop it until you make it to a mercenary camp, but you can get a friendly dog by using a dog bone, or if you want, you can go ahead and get dog meat by getting zombie kills at an exfil site, escort contract, use Casimirs, use equipment. And what you want is for the friendly dog to go ahead and kill the sergeant at a merc camp. And here's a sergeant. That's exactly what he looks like. Woo! Come on, dog. Get him. What? There we go. Come on. You got this, buddy. And there we go. The dog went ahead and took out the sergeant, and there is our laptop with stickers. Again, get a friendly dog however way you want, whether it's through a dog bone that you can pop, whether it's by using meat. Don't think brain rot on a hound would work, but that's worth a try. Go over to any mercenary camp on the map, and you can go ahead and let the dog do his trick. All right, so for this next relic, you're going to want to use Death Perception. You don't have to, but it makes the step look a lot cooler if you do. There is, of course, a perk machine for Death Perception, which will be in a random spot in your match of zombies. You can see the icon for it with an eyeball. I'd probably recommend just going to Wonder Fizz instead, but for the sake of this video, I'm like, you know what? Let's just go to the perk machine so it looks cooler. And now we can go ahead and pick up our next artifact. All right, so you now want to take Death Perception to the Zodor Ranch here. It is just opposite of the Shahin Manor, as you could see in, what is this, I-7 of the map itself. Make sure you clear some zombies out before you go ahead and attempt it, especially if you're recording a video, because you might get bombarded with 100 of the undead. So as you walk in, you'll see some footsteps leading up the stairs. Let's see where this leads us to. I don't see another footstep yet. And we're looking for a bedroom. There's another footstep. Okay. It's a very cool Easter egg. It's not that direct when using Death Perception, but kind of leads you in the right direction. So now we're in a bedroom. Check underneath the bed, and you can investigate. The entity just spoke to us, and now we got a reward rift for having done that. Inside, you will find the imaginary friend drawing. So again, if you don't buy Death Perception, you can still come underneath the bed and grab the artifact or the relic, however you want to describe it. I just showed you guys with Death Perception just so you guys understand the logic of how we found this underneath the bed. All right, but for this next artifact, you want to go into where the storm is going to start from in a match of zombies, and all you have to do is kill the zombies within the storm. You don't have to worry about Stormcaller, that crazy disciple boss that you have to kill for the Act mission, but you want to just kill the zombies in this zone here. And apparently after killing a good amount, maybe upwards of like 50, could be a bit less, you will see a reward rift. So let's kill as many as we can here using our ether bike. And you want to bring a gas mask into this area once you're here, because you're obviously in the storm. So you'll know where to go in every match that you play. Just look at where the storm is. All right, but once enough zombies have been killed in the storm, a reward rift will pop up. Here's a science journal. Now, we have just about all the relics that we need, but we gotta attune 3 of them that we just grabbed. So, if your teammates go ahead and jump into the storm, which can be found right here on the map in your game, then they can obviously get the kills for you, and upon getting into the storm, a reward rift should pop up for every single player on the squad. But now when it comes to upgrading the 3 relics that I just showed you how to grab, we have to turn them from purple to gold rarity. Here's what's going on with this rift in comparison to the previous ones. You can actually upgrade these 3 relics through the exact same method, right? The steps in which you upgrade these relics is exactly the same as one another, except there's a slight twist to that. So if you go over into the tier 3 zone, you'll find 3 different triangles in the map. I'm gonna show you where all 3 of them are. When you come across one of the triangles, you'll notice that there's a symbol you can shoot at the very edge of each point of the triangle. So if you look at the 3 points of the triangle, each point will be signaling you in a direction where there's a symbol you can shoot. Shoot them in any order that you want, and once you do that, you'll notice a bunch of lights not too far from where you're standing, and what you want to do is stand exactly where you can actually match up the lines of light to form a triangle. Once you form that triangle, an orb will spawn, and where you're standing is exactly where it's going to let you sacrifice one of the artifacts that you have. So the triangle that I just showed you here in Old Town will let you sacrifice the scientific journal. What's cool is that if your other teammates also have the scientific journal on them, it'll sacrifice all of your journals on your squad, and once you complete this step, it's going to go ahead and upgrade all your journals to the gold attuned rarity. So this step is simple. You just want to stay in the circle and kill zombies that are glowing purple. You want to make sure you're standing in the circle as you kill those zombies so the souls can collect to the big orb that you guys just saw. Only the people that had the scientific journal or the item that's specific to this triangle, only those people can shoot zombies. If you did not have an artifact that got sacrificed when this step began, then you do not need to shoot the glowing purple zombies because your souls won't actually count. Once you kill enough zombies, or once the step just finishes on its own, because if you're too slow to kill zombies, it'll sometimes just end the step for you. Once that happens, it'll actually spawn in an HVT of one of the bosses on the map, whether it's a dog, disciple, mimic, even a mangler, and you'll notice that it's an HVT looking enemy since he'll look different and he'll also have a different name that you wouldn't normally see. He's a bit more tanky than usual. Kill that enemy and then a reward rift will spawn with the upgraded version of that relic that you just sacrificed. The next triangle is located in the Opal Palace part of tier 3. So what you want to do is make sure that you shoot the 3 symbols that correspond to the 3 ends of that triangle. They're very easy to find. Shoot them in any order and then go ahead and run over to the circle, and same deal as the first triangle. You want to stay in the circle, kill glowing zombies if you had a relic that was sacrificed, and once you do that, it'll spawn in one of the mini bosses and it'll have a different name. Kill that boss and it'll give you the upgraded laptop. Now it's worth pointing out that once you do get all the kills that you need to spawn into HVT, the triangle that you were standing by will turn red, indicating that it is now time to defeat the boss to then get that reward rift. Hopefully that makes sense. But as I mentioned a bit earlier, and as we put in the detonated article, which will receive updates as we learn more information, you will not get a reward rift with an updated artifact if your artifact didn't get sacrificed when the step began. That means that you just didn't get the base artifact before and your teammate had it. He initiated the purple zombies and killed the HVT. You'll only get a reward rift if your relic did get sacrificed. But lastly, we have the imaginary drawing. This is also a triangle you can find in the Opal Palace. You want to go ahead and shoot the 3 symbols, and once you see the circle, step in it, kill all the zombies that you can, and once it spawns in that mini boss again, you go ahead and kill it, and you'll get an upgraded version or a golden attuned version of the imaginary drawing, and that's how you upgrade your 3 artifacts. What's cool about these new triangles in tier 3 is that you can actually go ahead and still complete them without sacrificing your artifacts, and it'll give you rewards like legendary ether tools and some other bonuses that you can stash and bring into your next game. You don't have to use the triangles for upgrading your relics if you don't want to. They're just cool new side Easter eggs that are forever featured in MW3 zombies. Alright, but once you have all 4 upgraded artifacts, again, they'll be gold, which means they are attuned. You can go ahead and start placing them on the pedestals right around the Ether Rift. But as you can see, chat, we have now placed all 4 items, and the pedestals are just around the Ether Rift in a perfect circle. Once you have placed all 4 artifacts, it's going to spawn you into a bit of a boss fight. Activate gate to enter the Dark Ether. Here's a disciple boss we got to kill. And with our maxed out weapons, managed to take him out pretty quickly. Good job, some kill streaks as well. We'll definitely take that. And now that we've done that, in the reward rift will be a regular sigil. If we want to activate the regular Dark Ether Rift, but no, we're going to do the Elder version so we can go ahead and unlock our schematics in the harder version of this rift. Now, once you're inside the third Ether Rift, this is the Zarqwa Hydroelectric point of interest from Al Mazrah, as you guys also experience in the new Act 4 mission. Instead of having to look for Ether Rabbits to initiate the 3 contracts, you actually can see exactly where you have to go to start each contract. So similar to the mystery box, which you could see glowing in the sky with the blue light, you'll see 3 yellow lights in the sky. And those are going to pinpoint the pillars or the obelisks where you can actually initiate the 3 new contracts. So go to any one of the pillars that you want, and upon activating each one, you'll notice a zombie limb that you can actually go ahead and grab and put in your inventory. You can't exfil with these, but these will give you brand new abilities exclusively for this brand new Dark Ether Rift. These are a ton of fun. So first off, we came across the bounty contract and a head. Now, only one player on the squad can grab the zombie limb to get this new ability. The head will actually give people crazy explosive damage with headshots, and upon destroying a zombie, and once their head explodes, it'll do some crazy explosive damage within that small radius. It's very overpowered, and zombies will be highlighted in yellow once headshots are made on that zombie, and other players out there can see the highlights but can't do the damage that the other player can who's ever holding that zombie head. But go through the bounty in any way that you want, get as many kills, and then you can move on to the second contract. So on our game, we went ahead and started the escort, which is probably the most difficult contract in any Dark Ether Rift, and upon going ahead and destroying this pillar to start the contract, it gave us a zombie hand. We're actually not sure what this one does. I don't know if it improves your handling or does something else. That would be a bit underwhelming compared to the other 2 limbs, but once we learn more information about what some of these limbs do and how we can maybe unlock them permanently, we'll update more information in the detonated article linked down below in this video's description. But this escort is really difficult. It feels extremely long, and honestly, if you bring in a VR11, you'll be able to go ahead and ensure that you go ahead and beat this contract so long as you don't down. Make sure you guys repair the vehicle with your Pack-a-Punch VR11. It has to be upgraded at least once to repair vehicles, but equipment will also be your friend throughout the Casimirs, your decoys, monkey bombs, Molotovs, whatever you guys can use apart from your decked out weapon. You're gonna need everything that you possibly can use, because this is a pretty difficult contract. Obviously, with the more players means the harder the zombies may be. It'll scale up a little bit. I wouldn't recommend playing this on solo at all, but with the right squad and with healing auras, you should be able to breeze through this contract at your own pace. But lastly, we have the third obelisk over here, which ended up being the Outlast contract, at least in our game. I think these obelisks will be in the same spawns in every match that you play. I highly doubt they'll ever rotate. But the third limb we ended up getting was a foot, and I actually went ahead and grabbed this one. I know the first 2 were grabbed by Dalek and Lego, but this one gave me super sprint. I mean, this was incredibly fun to use. You can move very quickly here in a match of this third Dark Ether Rift, and the Outlast is relatively straightforward. Just kind of stay in the vicinity, get kills, and you'll go ahead and burn through this in no time. Give each other plenty of space, throw your equipment, get as many kills as you want, and you'll be able to knock out this Outlast in just around, what, a minute and a half or whatnot, maybe even a bit shorter. But once you've gone ahead and completed all 3 contracts, or any of them that I've gone over here in this commentary, you'll have a chance at getting one of the 3 brand new schematics in each of the reward rifts. It isn't a guarantee you'll get a new schematic upon completing a rift. You could get acquisitions or just one-time uses for the new items that have been added, but you may not get the actual schematic plans for what has been added in. So I went ahead and got lucky and went 3 for 3 in our first attempt. Managed to get the plans for the golden mask filter, the sergeant's beret, which is like a disguise from DMZ, concealing me from enemy AI, and I also got the dead wire detonators. I'll be showing some gameplay of these new schematics in a separate video because there are some other Easter eggs that got added with the Season 3 Reloaded update for zombies that I do want to cover in a separate commentary, because it's been a long day and I want to make sure I get everything out in an efficient amount of time. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the third Dark Ether Rift, which got added in earlier today as of May 1st? How you're liking the new schematics, and even the surprise zombie limb abilities that we have inside the Rift itself. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.